Hey, it's the Midnight Raven, and welcome to It's Not All Doom and Gloom, episode 7, the podcast. If you're new to this podcast, I am the Midnight Raven, and this is episode 7. Can you believe we have been doing this for a few weeks now, and I think I may have got into the swing of doing a podcast. Let me know if you're enjoying these. This week, we are doing another Would You Rather episode, sponsored by Bodacious. They sponsored last week's one and they're sponsoring this week's one. So we're going to do some Would You Rather questions. If you want the link to this Would You Rather IO, I will link it down below. But this is the It's Not All Doom and Gloom podcast, and let's get into this Would You Rather episode. So, would you rather have the perfect memory or have perfect beauty? Ooh, both come with pluses. Now, having the perfect memory means you can remember everything, but that also means remembering the good and the bad. Having perfect beauty, can get you places in the world, but beautiful people also have the tendency to be egotistical, narcissistic, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Or is that just a statement made by people who are already beautiful and want to obviously talk down to other people? I think I would rather have the perfect memory, remembering things, and apparently other people said the same, 63%. Now, would you rather lose weight by thinking or lose weight by eating? Now, effectively, you could technically lose weight by eating. If you eat a balanced diet, or you take out things like sugar, eat less carbohydrates, dull down your fiber, you could weigh less by just eating effectively less. And lose weight by thinking, just sitting here thinking, you know what, I wish I could be a couple of pounds lighter. It would be less work. They do say that manifestation can bring you good luck and stuff like that. Maybe it could bring you weighing less. I think I would just go for the normal weighing less by eating. 61% totally agreed. Okay, next. Would you rather be publicly hated but secretly loved by everyone, or be publicly loved but secretly hated? Ooh. Would you want to be told that you're loved and adored, but secretly have people like with the daggers in your back, or be publicly loved and secretly have people stabbing you in the back? Or be hated in public and have everyone praising you behind? I think I'd rather be hated up front. Be publicly loved but secretly hated, or be publicly hated but secretly loved by everyone. See, if somebody hated me, I'd rather know about it. I would, honestly. If someone hated me, I'd rather they just came out and said, look, I don't like you. Just honesty, in my idea, is the best policy. So I would rather be publicly hated but secretly loved. I have to say, if people want to hate you, they're going to hate you no matter what. Would you rather laugh every time someone cries or get angry every time someone is happy? Ooh. So they do say that laughter is the best medicine. So if you laughed every time someone was crying, it would be kind of obnoxious. Like if a family member died and you were just there laughing your head off. But then again, getting angry when someone says, oh, I'm having a baby, and you just like get angry and hit the roof. I think I would laugh every time someone cries. I think it's the more humane way of doing things. So always have the urge to poop or always have the urge to pee. I don't think any of them are good. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Nature takes its course, but always having the urge to go, I don't know. Neither of them are good. Neither of them are good. One would hurt your tushy, and the other one would just give you stomach pains that would never go. Ooh, I don't know about this one. I think I'd have to say always have the urge to pee. I think it's the lesser of two evils. Neither of them were good. Let's not beat around the bush. So, would you rather give up your life right now or have 100 kids right now? Wow, what a question. Have 100 kids or die? I've had 3 children, and honestly, if I'd have had 3 all at once, like simultaneously, right at once, like on the same day, I don't know how I'd feel about that. 100 kids. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to say give up my life. That's just way too much responsibility, and everyone was on the fence on that one. That was a typical on the fence, like 100 kids or die, and people were like 50-50 near enough. Would you rather have the ability to breathe underwater or the ability to fall from any height without injury? So falling from height without injury, is this like paragliding, parasailing, base jumping, adrenaline junkie kind of thing where you just bounce or something? The ability to breathe underwater, that could be amazing. Just imagine what you could see underwater. Coral, fishes, sharks. But you'd never, if you fall from a great height, you'd never get injured. But what are the chances of you falling from any height and injuring yourself? I mean, people aren't just like falling out of planes left, right, and center. I love the ability to breathe underwater. People want to fall from a height. We obviously have very clumsy people watching. Okay, would you rather be born into a rich family but corrupt, or be born into a poor family but a moral family? Well, I think this is fairly obvious. I mean, you love the family dearly. Corruption's everywhere. I don't think even if you were a moral standing family, it would make a difference. Corruption is like a cancer. It breeds. Even if you're the most moral, astute family the world has ever seen, I guarantee you there is some corruption sneaking in at some point. It's a hard thing not to be a part of in this day and age. Corruption is rife. People will stab you in the back the minute they get the chance to, rich or poor. So I would rather be in a rich family and be corrupt. I'm sorry. It's how it is. Next, would you rather walk everywhere or run everywhere? I don't have the energy to run. And even if I did, why would you want to run everywhere? What are you so in need to get to somewhere so quickly? That's like running to finish your life. It's not getting to the end, it's the journey, as someone once said to me, and it's a very good thing to remember. It's not how quickly you get there, it's the journey. So unfortunately, I would have to walk everywhere. I don't see how running anywhere would get you there any quicker. Okay, you'd get there quicker, but you know. Okay, so this is going to be a very hard question. So if you're not into talking about death, I suggest you turn away. Know how you will die or know when you will die. Now, they are 2 massively big questions. Would you rather know how you will die? So would you rather know that you're sort of going to die in your sleep? You're going to die a horrible death. Maybe you're stabbed, mugged, kidnapped. I don't know. It could be horrendous. You could be in a plane crash and you could walk out on the street and be hit by a car. Or would you rather know when it is? Not how it is and how you die, but the time. Would you rather know that on this date, in this year, this is how long you have left? Where you would tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock every day, knowing the hours, the days, the weeks, the months, the years were ticking down? Or would you rather know how you died? Saying, well, one day you're going to walk off the pavement and get hit by a car. So what do? You go to the nearest crossing and you take the safest way indefinitely to cross the street. That could effectively save your life. You can't necessarily change the future, but you could live your life then still not worrying about how you were going to die because you'd already know. And then not knowing when, yeah, it would put you on a bit of a like uneasiness. But you wouldn't be worrying about how. So you could step off the pavement and not worry about being hit by a car because you could take the paths. I mean, it's not going to stop you dying. I think I would rather know how. I wouldn't want to know the day or the year, but knowing whether I would die peacefully would be more my thing. Would I die peacefully would be my thing. I'd love to fall asleep and die. Death scares me every day. I worry every day that I'm gonna die. It's horrible sometimes. Would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to write? I'm not really one for reading per se. I love writing. I'd happily write a book. But I don't. Reading takes a lot out of me. I wouldn't say I've got ADHD, but I do get awfully bored when reading a book. It's got to be that clincher of a book, the cliffhanger. It's got to have everything. But writing, I love writing. I spend most of my time writing, researching, but I couldn't research if I couldn't read. Maybe I'd lose the ability to write, because if I could read, I could research and then still do videos. So let's lose the ability to write. People want to lose the ability to read. Ooh, okay. Would you rather be dumb and useless or be ugly and smelly? Where do people get these questions wrong? Would you rather be ugly and smelly or dumb and useless? Well, I wouldn't exactly consider myself ugly, and I love a bubble bath. So I think I would have to be dumb and useless. Yeah, dumb and useless. Sorry. Okay. Would you rather post every text you've ever sent on the internet or post every phone call you've ever had on the internet? Now, I guarantee you that the more controversialness would be in the texts that people send. I guarantee you there is some naughty sexting going out there in the world that people don't want other people to know about. But they're not necessarily doing it on phone calls. I think phone calls is probably the easier one to put out there because you can tap somebody's phone, but you would probably find more risque stuff or more secretive stuff in texts. People think if you send a text and delete it, that it can't be retrieved, and that's actually wrong. Things like Snapchat, Facebook, you can send a post, a text to anybody, and police can retrieve it from your phone. It doesn't just disappear. So I would rather post every phone call I've ever had. There would be more incriminating stuff by texts, I guarantee you that much. Would you rather live without social media, i.e. Instagram or Twitter, or live without video streaming platforms, i.e. YouTube and Netflix? Ooh, Beans, and I'm a YouTuber. Oh my God, if I had to live without streaming and YouTube, oh my God, I think that would crumble. I could live without Instagram and Twitter if I'm honest, but YouTube is in there. I've been doing this for nearly 7 years. YouTube's a part of me. My friends are on YouTube. I call them my family. I would have to live without social media. Sorry. I need YouTube more. Okay. Would you rather have invincibility or telekinesis? Would you rather be invincible or have telekinesis? I think being invincible would come in handy more. Telekinesis, it would have its uses, but I think being invincible would make you invincible to everything. You know, the environment, the world, disease. You could probably live longer using invincibility. Let me just check something. I just want to check what telekinesis is. I'm not exactly sure. I know you're going to say, Raven, how do you not know? Because I don't know everything. Amazingly enough, telekinesis. I know, sorry. Telekinesis is the ability to allow a person to influence a physical system with that. So basically mind control or invincibility. I think I'd rather be invincible. Or people would rather have mind control. Well, there are some weird people out there. Would you rather have unlimited money or have unlimited friends? Now, the thing is that friends come and go. Friends would stab you in the back for unlimited money. I guarantee if you offered your friends £1 million to never talk to you again, there are some scummy friends out there that would take it. I have a couple of friends I would ditch for £1 million. Let's be honest. You have the featherweight friends that only need you when they need something, but when it's the opposite way around, they're never around. Money you can rely on. Money is there 24/7. It doesn't judge. It doesn't argue. It's got to be the money. Friends are replaceable. Money isn't. Money makes the world go round. Would you rather make 350k a year robbing innocent people or make 40k a year helping people in need? Oh, moral dilemma. Okay, so 350k robbing innocent people or make 40k a year helping people in need. So I've always given in my life and I've never really taken from anybody. I'm generous to the point of going without food so my family could, or going without food so my cat could. When things got bad, I would feed my kids and I would starve. It's a mother, call it that. But I do feel in this day and age, I'm kind of owed something, you know, the dedication, what I've lived through. Obviously, you don't know my life story, but I believe that I'm owed 350k a year from robbing innocent people. There are some people out there that have robbed me and they live better than I do. So would you rather have one pet or have one child? So that's like saying, would you like your eldest child or would you rather have a pet? I mean, that's a very huge dilemma. If you go back to me not having any pets or children at all, and they said, would you rather have a cat or would you rather have a baby? I would have picked a cat. You never know how hard a child is until you've had one. And I've had 3. And I can say that if someone had offered me the chance of a lifetime of having a cat back then and to scrap having kids, I probably would have. And my kids know this myself. Life threw me a curveball back then and threw me on a different path. But I've come to terms with that, and this is where I am today. I would have one pet. I would have a pet. I would be happily not to have had children, but my life took a different path. And I'm pleased I've had my kids. Last question for the video. Would you rather be in a coma for 1 year or be in jail for 1 year? See, the thing is, being in a coma, you'd miss things. Okay, you'd miss Christmas, you'd miss birthdays, yada, yada, yada. Being in jail for just a year, you could die. They're not the most sanitary. They're not the most pleasant. They're terrible places filled with terrible people for good reasons. Being in a coma, yes, you'd grow some extra hair. You'd miss things. But would you really miss a year compared to possibly being in jail where you could get shanked, you could join a gang, you could die? I mean, it's not really a competition. I'd rather be in a coma for a year. Take the coma. And that will be the end of the questions for this video. So I hope you enjoyed this Would You Rather. Thank you to Bodacious again for suggesting this video. Next week, It's Not All Doom and Gloom will be a different topic. But if you enjoyed this, do give it a big thumbs up. Let me know down below your choices on this video. What would you have done in each situation? If you like the podcast, remember to come back and join my channel every week at Sunday at 6 p.m. for It's Not All Doom and Gloom podcast. And I will see you next week for another podcast. Take care and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.